man? Your boy Marvin with Elegantanomaly Reptiles. Back into the vlog for y'all today. As always, I appreciate and play and join me. Around here, man, it's been a pretty good past few weeks. I haven't dropped a video in a little bit. Honestly, just really kind of hadn't been in the space to do so. We unexpectedly had a family friend pass away, and honestly, I just really wasn't feeling. I don't consider myself overly creative, anyways, but I just really couldn't come up with any ideas at the time, man. But like I said, around here, past few weeks have been going pretty well. Had a couple clutches drop. If you tune in my IG, you saw those over there. Have a few females that I think are gonna ovulate here pretty soon, which is pretty dope. So things are kind of progressing in the right direction, for to have a pretty good season. So I'm excited about that. And I was doing some my taxes as well over the past few weeks, and just really excited about the direction of the business. It's going really well. The collection has grown. We're doing better and better every year, which is dope because that means for me, my hobby or the industry, whatever you want to call it, man, is providing for my animals and my collection. And I'm just excited about the direction we're going, man. So with that being said, for this week, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about directions of your collection and that type of thing. And while I was thinking about, how to go about discussing some of these things, kind of got made known of a little bit negative feedback, at least on my morph market, whatever. And I didn't really want to address it initially, but it's my channel, so I'm going to address it a little bit in part because I think it's going to help people. So the first part of that is I would say that if you are inquiring on an animal, whether I have it or you're inquiring about an animal with another breeder, if you haven't given that breeder money or put down a deposit, don't expect for that breeder to hold that animal for you based on your inquiry of saying that you're interested in the snake or even that you want to buy the snake. Yeah, just don't do that. And that's about all I'm going to elaborate on that, because it's really just kind of universal reptile business etiquette. If I don't have money or you haven't given another breeder money, don't expect for that person to hold an animal that you're asking them about. That's all I'm going to say on that. And but the second part of it really kind of ties right in to what I wanted to talk about today on the vlog. So let's jump into that part of it. So a few months back, I had someone hit me up, whatever, about some snakes that I had posted on my morph market. And honestly, I had several people hit me up on them, and they're actually here. I'm just gonna grab it because this girl is now finally ready to be made available. Just a little normal. Hopefully I don't get popped here because we have rats in the room and it's feeding. But this is just a female het desert ghost, 50% het clown, right? So I had posted 3 of those, and immediately had a bunch of interest, right? And why this ties into the video is that you have these animals that have their 100% het this, pos het that, or just pos hets in general. And at a certain point, where you are in your collection, whatever, you're gonna have to take some risks. You're gonna have to shoot your shot, right? And that's how collections kind of, at least in my experience, drastically jump in terms of not just value, monetary value, but what you're producing, right? So, like I said, that female is 100% het desert ghost, 50% pos het clown. Once again, don't haggle with someone over het clown markers and lose out on an animal. I'm not going to be petty, but I'm going to continue. So, but anyways, right? So, like I said, you're going to have to shoot your shot at some point. You have to take a risk at some point. Collections in general, for the most part, are built on that. Whether, and you may feel a bit more comfortable, doing this stuff with animals that you produce versus purchasing, and that's perfectly fine. But even if perfect example, I have a couple females back here. This spot nose het clown girl or pos het clown girl that I bought. that last year was paired with a clown and proved out she's not a het clown. So she's just a spot nose, and that's, you know what, when I bought her, that's perfectly fine, right? I bought her with the intention of, I don't have spot nose in my collection. If she proves and I hit spot nose clowns, fantastic. I got to steal, because I basically bought her as a spot nose, right? And that's what I talk about, like that value. At a certain point, given your collection, it becomes worth it to take those minimal risks, right? The flip side of that is this Inchy Het Pie girl, Posset Hypo. Shown all these girls off in the collection here before, on the vlog here before. There she is. I bought her as an Inchy Posset, right? She proved it changes how quickly I can get into certain projects, right? So you got to be willing to shoot your shot. And even on maybe some larger purchase items, if that's the direction you see your collection going, that's something that interests you, if it bumps you up an extra year, maybe 2 or 3, then great, right? Like, you know what? I want to show off another animal. Hang on for me just a second. Once again, I've shown this guy off on the vlog before. This is a desert ghost, male. He is het clown. When I bought him, I'm not going to get in het clown markers. Sorry, I'm being a little petty. Whatever. Anyways, when I bought him as a 50% pos het. So, for me, when I start pairing them to females, I got a bunch of, over the years, a bunch of het desert ghosts, 50% pos het clown females. It becomes a great direction for my collection. Now, when I bought him, like I said, I didn't know he was going to prove. You gotta, and this is what I mean by shooting your shot, man. You gotta kind of throw things out there every once in a while. And if they hit, man, fantastic. The flip side of that is you could have just paid up and bought a DG clown. Now, when I got him, DG clowns weren't really out there. Heck, they're barely out there now. So, from a value standpoint, if you don't have the thousands of dollars to kind of get into some of these projects, like I said before on my business rant, man, there are multiple ways to get into projects, but you have to be willing to shoot your shot, and you have to understand what comes along with that in terms of, the growth of the collection, the number of animals that you may need to hold back. You got to be prepared for that. Because like I said, at the end of the day, if you hit on just one of those, I'm going to take this person's example again of the het desert ghost female pos het clown. Now that particular person ended up buying multiple of them. He bought 2 of them. And, I think that's a great way to get into a project. You could, at the time, I think, double het DG clown females were going for $1,100, $1,200, right? So, if you don't have the $1,100 or $1,200 at that moment, scoop up a pair of het DG posset clowns or a pair of, clown posset DGs. If you want to get into the DG clown project, do that and grow those animals up, because I think Justin Kabelka talked about this on one of his videos a while back. When you start getting into all these animals that are multiple hets, right? 3, 4 hets, right? When you pair them up, your actual chances of hitting on a double recessive actually increase over if you're pairing double recessive to double recessive. Make sense? Right? So, in this example, like, if you can pick up, I don't care if we're talking, in this case, het desert ghost posset clowns, or if we're talking like yellow belly / gravels, kind of same theory, right? If you pick up multiple, and especially from the same clutch, your odds of actually hitting on what you want to hit on technically increase, right? But at the end of the day, you got to grow those animals up. You got to shoot your shot. So, I'm not going to continue too much on with that. That's kind of the way I'm doing my collection out here. Fortunately for me, I produce a lot of these animals, and I feel pretty comfortable shooting my shot, and I think we're going to make some dope animals moving forward. And that brings me into, what we have coming up. We have a clutch coming up here that's due to Pip next week. And you'll see this from me, multiple times this year, where I'm doing some head-to-head pairings. Later on this year, I think we even have a Het DG to Posset Clown pairing. So excited about that stuff, man. And you will see that stuff first on my Instagram or Facebook. Jump over there, give your boy a follow at elegantanomaly reptiles. If you haven't done so on the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Like, share the video, comment down below, man. I definitely enjoy interacting with you all in the comment section. Give your boy a thumbs up. And no matter when you're watching this video, I hope you're having a blessed, fantastic day. YouTube, you guys be easy. Till next time.